K-pop may be currently taking over the popular music world with idol groups like BTS and Blackpink topping music charts, but in the classical music world, there have already been very many successful Korean musicians for a long time now. And one such musician is pianist William Youn, who joins us today for Touch Base in Seoul. William Youn, or Youn Hong-chan in Korean, is an award-winning pianist who performs around the world with major orchestras. He's based in Munich, Germany, but he's currently visiting Korea for an upcoming concert. William, it's very nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Can you just tell us how old you are and how long you've been doing piano for? When did you first start?
Well, I was born in 82, so I'm now 36, and I used to have a toy piano at home when I was a child, and saw a real piano when I was 6 when I went to the kindergarten for the first time. And I remember that we practiced singing the national anthem.
Right.
and our teacher was accompanying us, and I remember that I was very fascinated by the sound of this instrument and how magical it felt like when she was playing a major harmony that seemed joyful and happy, and minor chords sad and things like that. And yeah, so I remember I went to the piano every break and try to see how it works. Yeah.
Did you know you were going to do this for the rest of your life, your career? Did you feel that connection right away?
Yeah, I ask myself sometimes if I saw, for example, a violin that would have been the first instrument, if I would play violin now. But piano is such a nice instrument, and I never regretted choosing the instrument.
But there must have been a point in your life when you realized you were good at this as well, that you could really do this and take this far and take this as your career.
Well, I started taking piano lessons at 6. First, I went with my sister, and she was having a real lesson, and I was able to just practice on the next room, and the teacher called my mom and said I was playing the melody that she was practicing, so that she realized that I might be more I might have more talent than my sister. So then she started playing the violin, and I don't know, I like doing it. When I was 9, I think my father gave me an upright piano as a birthday present, and I remember before going to school, I always went to the piano and practiced 1 hour, which meant 6 a.m. and our neighbors were wondering who was practicing this morning.
So I'm guessing you never thought about anything else other than piano. For example, have you ever thought about what you would have been if you weren't a pianist?
No. Well, maybe later after studies, we always have this phase after finishing the studies, and you don't know how you should start your career. I mean, for pianists, there's an orchestra where we can apply for. I just had to jump in the cold water and see for myself what I want to do. I didn't have concerts. I couldn't afford my life, basically. And that time I was thinking what would happen if I stopped playing the piano, because sometimes maybe the world does need me as a pianist.
So from there, you went, from a young age, you ended up going to the US and other countries, Munich as well, Germany, I believe, to continue your studies, and you've been playing for a long time now. I mean, how does it feel to travel the world for this, for your music?
Well, there are many things that I think you require as a pianist. You have to like traveling. I like being in new hotels. I actually sometimes book for myself because I like checking what I have and
so rather than getting someone else to book your hotel, you find your own hotel, you're saying?
Yes. I like meeting new people and new pianos, obviously. Yeah. So
you obviously recorded albums for a wide range of music, for Brahms, Mozart, Schumann, Schubert, Chopin, all the greats. what do you feel? Which composer, though, do you feel the most connection with?
Well, I think I always say when I play Mozart, I have to be like Mozart, and when I play Chopin, I have to be like Chopin. And but I think the most composers who are maybe most alike are Schubert and Schumann. And these composers, when I start learning new pieces by these two composers, I always feel that their musical languages are very connected, and I somehow feel very comfortable.
That's surprising to me, because perhaps you're most known for your Mozart and Chopin pieces, especially with the Mozart. You did this big project where you recorded all of Mozart's piano sonatas. I understand that took you 5 years.
Yes.
I mean, so you're known for that, but you don't feel that same connection with Mozart?
Well, I think I know him very well. I've been practicing Mozart pieces almost every day for, I don't know, 5-6 years. But I think Mozart is such a genius that I think if I want to be, if I want him to know more, or I feel like I know him a little more, there's always more room to go. And we know that he started, he composed from his hearings, and he has so much to say, so many things that he wants to put into the music, that I actually feel quite overwhelmed. I mean, it's Mozart pieces don't have so many notes like Rachmaninoff or Liszt, but still every note has its own place, and to find that and appreciate it and put them into their places it's already a big challenge.
Right. So how was it recording this for 5 years, all of his piano sonatas?
It was a challenge for me. I think Mozart, every sonata had its an opera. It has so much storytelling, this underlying emotions that you have to bring out, and you have to make the music like a theater. So it was a lot. It was fun, and I love Mozart over everything. But to perform it, I think many musicians would agree with me that Mozart is the most difficult.
But you got rave reviews for that work. What's interesting as well, though, your description on your Instagram page, which I went to check out, actually says #pianist in progress, professionally and personally. I mean, you've already had such success. What more do you feel you have to prove to yourself?
But I think success can be described in two different ways. I mean, of course, I got these awards. I play in the halls I always dreamed of when I was young. But after every performance, I feel two different things. I'm like, oh, I did quite well today. But at the same time, I see the room for the progress. I think that's something, actually, it's great to be like that. Because if you stay the same, there is no challenge in the life. And I think challenge is actually something that makes you very happy. Because you have always way to go.
But it must be a challenge because, to be honest, there's probably no end to that either.
Yeah.
You're always improving. There's always something you can do better, right?
But there's one saying that I really like. It's from Rachmaninoff. Music, one life is enough for music, and music is not enough for life. And I think there are so many great music repertoire pieces that I want to learn and I want to explore. I'm sure that I won't be able to everything, but to make the most out of your life and your ability.
That's a great quote. Okay, so you're back in Korea and you're about to have your recital here. How does it feel to be back here in Korea and your home country and to be performing again?
Well, I left Korea when I was 13. So I lived much longer in different countries than in Korea. But there are two things that I think I still feel the most comfortable or home. It's food and the family.
Right, of course.
Yes,
Yes.
and my family is in Korea, and I enjoy spending time with them, and also it's nice to not belong to one country.
Mm.
So when I come to Korea, I realize more that I became more European or cosmopolitan. Yeah, that's exciting.
Well, your concert is coming up. It's called Evenings in Vienna, Soirées de Vienne. I think, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. That will be coming up on June 8th. That is where we'll have to end our interview. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. For our listeners, you should stick around to the end of the show because we'll be playing a piece that William has exclusively performed for us today. The full video will also be available on our social media platforms. William, thank you very much for coming in today and good luck to all your future projects.
Thank you.